Welcome to the Stanley Hotel, located in Estes Park, Colorado. This historic hotel is widely considered to be one of the most haunted hotels in the United States, and its haunted reputation has attracted countless visitors and paranormal investigators over the years. The hotel is perhaps best known as the inspiration for Stephen King's novel, The Shining, but its real-life ghost stories are just as fascinating and chilling. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the haunted history of the Stanley Hotel, exploring the ghost stories that have made it famous and the paranormal investigations that have taken place within its walls. Join us as we uncover the truth behind the haunted legend of the Stanley Hotel. The Stanley Hotel was built in 1909 by F.O. Stanley, the inventor of the Stanley steamer automobile, and his wife Flora. The hotel was designed to be a luxurious and grand destination for wealthy vacationers and offered stunning views of the Rocky Mountains. The hotel featured state-of-the-art amenities, including running water, electricity, and telephones in every room. In 1911, F.O. Stanley suffered from tuberculosis and was advised to move to a drier climate. He and Flora traveled to Estes Park, where they fell in love with the area and decided to build a summer home. The couple purchased land and built a large estate, which they named the Overlook, inspired by the stunning views from the property. This estate would later serve as the inspiration for the fictional Overlook Hotel in Stephen King's novel, The Shining. King famously stayed at the Stanley Hotel in 1974, just a few years after it had closed for the winter season. He and his wife were the only guests at the hotel, and they stayed in room 217. King reportedly had a nightmare that night about his young son being chased through the halls of the hotel by a fire hose, which inspired him to write The Shining. Although the hotel's layout and some details were changed for the novel, many aspects of the book, such as the haunted room 217, were inspired by King's stay at the Stanley Hotel. There are many famous ghost stories associated with the Stanley Hotel. One of the most well-known is the story of Elizabeth Wilson, who was the head housekeeper at the hotel in the early 1900s. According to the legend, Wilson was injured during an explosion in the hotel's gas lighting system and died soon after. Her spirit is said to haunt the hotel to this day, with reports of ghostly apparitions and the sound of her laughter echoing through the halls. Another famous ghost story involves the hotel's concert hall, where guests and staff members have reported seeing the apparition of a former employee named Paul. Paul worked as a handyman at the hotel and was said to have fallen to his death from the balcony during the construction of the concert hall. Some people have reported feeling a cold breeze and hearing strange noises in the concert hall, as well as seeing the ghostly figure of Paul wandering the area. Guests and staff members have reported a variety of other paranormal activity at the Stanley Hotel, including doors opening and closing on their own, lights flickering, and the sound of footsteps and voices when no one is around. Many guests have reported feeling a sense of unease or being watched, and some have claimed to have seen full-bodied apparitions in their rooms or in the hallways. The hotel offers ghost tours and paranormal investigations for those who are interested in exploring the haunted history of the property. Many of these tours include stories and accounts from guests and staff members who have experienced paranormal activity firsthand. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the stories of the Stanley Hotel are sure to send shivers down your spine. The Stanley Hotel has been the site of numerous paranormal investigations over the years, with many investigators hoping to capture evidence of the hotel's many ghostly legends. Some of the most notable investigations have been conducted by the Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters and the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures. During these investigations, paranormal investigators have used a variety of tools and equipment to try to capture evidence of paranormal activity. One of the most common tools used is an EVP, electronic voice phenomenon recorder, which is used to capture sounds and voices that are too quiet to hear with the naked ear. Investigators will often ask questions and leave the recorder in a room overnight, hoping to capture ghostly voices or responses. Other tools used by investigators include EMF, electromagnetic field meters, which can detect changes in the electromagnetic field that may be associated with paranormal activity, and thermal imaging cameras, which can detect changes in temperature that may indicate the presence of a ghostly entity. Some investigators also use more traditional methods, such as dowsing rods or pendulums, which are believed to help communicate with spirits. These tools are often used in conjunction with other equipment, such as digital cameras or video cameras, which are used to capture visual evidence of paranormal activity. Despite the use of all these tools and equipment, there is no definitive proof of paranormal activity at the Stanley Hotel. However, many investigators and guests continue to report strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena at the hotel, making it a popular destination for those interested in the paranormal. Hey guys, we just explored the super creepy and haunted history of the Stanley Hotel. This place inspired The Shining, and it's basically the Disneyland for ghost hunters. We talked about some of the most famous ghost stories there, like Elizabeth Wilson and Paul in the concert hall. We also mentioned all the paranormal investigations that have gone down at the Stanley Hotel, with people using EVP recorders, EMF meters, and thermal imaging cameras to try and capture evidence of ghostly activity. No solid proof yet, but that doesn't stop the place from being a magnet for all things spooky. So if you're feeling up to it, we dare you to visit the Stanley Hotel and experience its haunted history for yourself. Maybe you'll catch something on camera, or maybe you'll just have a freaky night's sleep. Either way, it's an adventure you won't forget. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn notifications on, so you know every time we drop a video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.